All right, so before we begin, I will share my screen one more time just to show you guys which image we will be painting today. I'd like to welcome everybody to our paint night tonight. If you have any questions, if you need me to slow down, anything at all, you can either type it into the chat or unmute yourself and just ask me to slow down or ask me to repeat a step, anything at all. But before we begin, I will just share my screen. So this is the image we are going to be painting today, a winter scene. So the colors we're using today are blue, either a navy or Copenhagen blue, white, and black.
And we paint it standing up, right?
So you're
That's like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Portrait view of your canvas. If you want, you can do it this way. You'll just have more trees, but today I will be painting it in a portrait. So we are going to start with our blue color today, and we are going to be painting about 3/4, the top 3/4 of our canvas blue. We are not going to be mixing this color yet. We are just going to be painting it straight blue.
And you said 3/4?
So whatever you don't paint will be your landscape, I guess, on the bottom. So about 3/4 on top will be blue.
Okay, so just this straight blue color.
Blue, yep.
Okay.
So mine's going to be about here upwards, going to be blue. And your line at the bottom does not have to be perfect because we'll be putting some more on top. You don't want to make this layer too thick because we will be painting over top. We will wait for this to dry before we paint on top. This is a timely image with all the snow we got the last few days.
It's all melting now.
Yeah, I know. I have family in Fort Erie, and my aunt, she had to take out her snowblower over the weekend. There's so much snow.
I heard Bruce County got over 100 centimeters.
Wow.
Can you imagine? You'd be locked in the house.
The first snowfall too.
But it did its job. It's melting. It's going like it's supposed to.
Yeah, I've got my order of snow and I canceled my subscription.
Is Milo a light colored dog? I'm trying to remember.
Yes.
Oh, so you could lose him in the snow.
Yeah, except we have a nice blue coat for him.
Oh, good.
And blue little booties.
Does he like the snow?
Loves it.
All right, so when you're done, it should look approximately like this. It looks very bright. It's not that bright. I think it's just the white walls.
I was gonna say, that looks like a much different blue than I have.
Me too.
All right, and after that color, I will be cleaning my brush. Take your time, no rush.
It's just all soaking in. Do I keep putting more on?
Can I see your canvas? Oh, that's perfect. If there's a couple streaks in the back from your brush, we will be doing some more detail in the back, so that shouldn't be an issue.
Not to worry. Okay.
Yeah.
It's very blue.
Yes. Does yours look like this too?
Not as,
It isn't as bright as it looks like on the screen, but okay, yeah, mine looks like yours.
oh, okay, I have the Copenhagen.
Yeah, me too. Okay. So that looks great. Yeah. Awesome. So we are going to wait for this to dry before we do our next step. So I'm just going to fan it.
I'm kidding.
So our next step, we will be doing the bottom. So we're going to need our white paint out. Mine's still a little bit wet, so I won't quite get there yet, but.
If some of our paint has dripped down and we're going to be painting that white, do we just put the paint away over the blue? That's
Because it is acrylic paint, you can paint white on top of dark colors and it's totally fine as long as it's dry. But if you have paper towel, you can always like wipe it just to get it to dry faster, but you don't need to worry about that because we will be painting over top of the blue a little bit as well.
That's right.
I noticed these are smaller canvases,
Oh yeah?
which I was happy about. I used to do paint night and I thought 16 by 20, or 18 by 20, how are we gonna do all that? But this works.
It'd be fun to do one like a huge canvas paint night one day.
One day. Nope, not dry yet. And now I have a finger mark. Oopsie.
You can cover it with a snowflake later. All right, so I think mine's dry enough. Should be. So next step, is everybody ready for the next step?
Yeah.
Awesome, okay. So the next step, no? Okay, no worries. It's too wet? Okay, I'll show you guys the next step while yours dries and then we'll wait for that to dry as well. So our next step will be doing our snow on the bottom. So I'm going to be creating a little bit of a hill here. You can create it flat, you can create it as hilly as you want, as you want. I will share my screen one more time so you can see the landscape of this one, and then I'll show you mine, and then you can have artistic freedom for this one. So everybody's will look slightly different, which is great. But as you can see in this picture, there's a bit of a hill on the left-hand side, and then it goes back up on the right-hand side. So feel free to copy this one or create your own. So it's important that we wait for our blue to dry beforehand. So then that way we can paint over top of it.
Do we
And
put
as
the
you can
snow
see-
on the, okay, yeah, I was gonna ask, do we use the white at the bottom for snow or are we putting snow on the blue?
Yeah, so you're gonna create your outline. So as you can see, my blue is dry, so my white is fully covering it.
Okay.
So I find it easy to do your outline first and then fill the bottom with white. So
Thank you.
even down here, we will be painting, just so it looks the same, because your white will look a little bit different.
In the painting, it looked like it was black on the bottom.
We're gonna be adding it too.
So are we painting white from that line all the way to the bottom?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we'll do the black over top.
Okay.
Can you show the example again?
Yes, of course. So I'm just going to show you mine here. This is what it looks like from.
You're so fast.
But when I zoom in, you can see the blue is kind of going through a little bit. So if I add a second coat of the white on that top part there, it will cover that. And the bottom part of mine hasn't been painted white quite yet. Does anybody want to see the example again, or are we okay?
Yes,
Yep.
please.
I'll share my screen. All right, so we're just doing that white on the bottom for now.
I'm using my iPad on the Zoom, but my phone, I have taken a picture of it so I can reference it more.
That's a great idea.
If anybody can use that idea.
You're so smart, Sue.
SMRT, that's me.
has an interesting clock. How did everyone find the time change?
It didn't bother me at all.
No, it didn't bother me, but it bothered my cat.
Oh, yeah?
She was like, what's going on? Where aren't you up? Where's my breakfast?
I was happy to get an extra hour of sleep.
I would have been too. Other than the paw prints in the face. Are you getting up?
How's everyone's white coming along?
Are we to cover it all the way to the bottom, even though there's black on the bottom? Like the whites to go all the way down to the bottom?
Yeah, just it'll help us blend in the black a little bit. As you see, the black and the white are kind of blended in that along that bottom line.
Mm.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
But at this stage, we don't put any of the dots into it.
No, not yet. So right now, I'm just going to stop sharing. Let me know if you want me to share it again. But right now, it should just look like this for now.
Kentucky.
Oh, the blow dryer.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That's so smart. I should add that to the material list. So is everybody still working on the white, or are we good for our next step?
Yeah.
So we are going to continue with our white, and we're going to add our little moon. That's our next step, because when we do our tree, it might go over top, it might not, depending on where you put your moon, how big you would like your moon. But I'll show you where I'm going to put mine, and then I'll share my screen again. So I'm going to put mine right here. You guys can put it wherever you want. And then with our brush, we want to take away some of the paint. I'm just dabbing mine onto some paper towel here. So my brush has a little bit of white, but it's still quite dry. And then that's where I'm going to put the little rings around my moon. Doesn't have to go all the way around. As you, oh, you can't really see it from there, but I'll share my screen just to show you what the example looks like as well. But this is what mine looks like from now. But we're adding this before the black. So then when we do add our tree, it's going over top of our moon and our sky. And then after that, you can clean the white.
Too much? That's a big surprise. Well, there's gonna be 2 moons.
Yeah.
Maybe one will be a large snowflake.
Maybe I can fix it with using, oh, I don't know.
Also, you can paint blue over top of it if you would like to. So how's everyone's moons coming along?
Not as round as I'd like it to be.
Mine looks more like an ice cream cone. Ah, oh well.
Do you have a water dish for each color?
No, I'm
Should I
using
have-
the same
And
dish.
it's okay to keep dipping in the same, okay. Good to know.
Right, so this is my moon.
So add a little bit more. Huh?
Mine looks more like a moon on a foggy night.
Ooh, very nice. Oh, look at that one. Andy's looks good too. Sue, wonderful. Oh, they all look so great. Are you ready to move on to our next step?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so next step, we will be adding the black on the bottom. So I'm going to be painting mine just probably about this much, just black on here. And does everybody have a paper towel?
Mhm.
Okay, so I find it'll be helpful. So I'm going to be doing a black line on the bottom and then dabbing paper towel along the top line of my black, so it's not a harsh line. I'll share the image while I do that, and then I'll show you mine. But in the image here, it's not a harsh line. There's a little bit of, I guess, blending. So you can use your brush. I just find it's a little bit easier to use a paper towel to do so. But if you would like to use your brush, then that's okay too. And if your white is fully dry, you can always add a little bit more if you want it to blend more. But that, again, is up to you. All right, so the one in the image here, I believe was paintbrush. As you can see, a couple of brush strokes. And then I'll show you mine with the paper towel. It's a bit more.
Oh, so yours is a lot thinner than the one in the picture.
Yeah, I only did about this much, but you can do more as well. I just made my black line a bit smaller. But I'm going to continue to blend that a little bit more. So if your white is still wet, and if it's not, you can always add a little bit of white right here. But the more I dab with my paper towel, the more it'll blend.
Yeah, my white is still pretty wet.
Yeah, that should be good then.
That's pretty cool. I feel like that Bob Ross guy. Oh, this looks really neat.
All right, I'll show you mine one more time. It definitely looks darker on this screen, but
Hmm.
oh, Michael, that looks great.
You dab the paper towel just at the tip of it?
Yeah, so I use let's see. I use my paper towel and just dabbed along the line here, and it
Okay.
should blend into your white.
Do you sweep up when you do it or just dab?
No, just dab.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see my paper towel. There's a line of white and a line of black.
Okay.
So it will blend as you dab along. And the more you go, the more it'll blend. This is the trickiest step of today. So how's everyone's line looking? That's great.
No,
Oh, great job, Sabrina and Sue. Awesome. Do we need some more time for this step? I see some head shakes, no? All right, so our next exciting step, we will be adding our large tree. So you can put it off to the side like the image, with the branches going across. You can put it in the middle if you would like to, anywhere. I will be putting mine here. So it will stem in front of the white hill here with the branches going out. So I can share the screen to show you what the big tree looks like in the example here. You can do more branches, you can do less branches. You can create a bigger tree. You can change the placement of the tree. It is totally up to you.
With its roots in the black?
Yes, so the bottom of the tree will be towards the black that you just created. If you would like to copy the example, feel free to, but if you would like to change it at all, that is totally good, totally fine as well. You can create this tree however you would like to. I don't think my tree will have quite as many branches, but it'll be in the similar area. So I find a nice way to start your tree. I'll show you mine. Is to kind of put an outline of where you want it to be. So I have started with my tallest part of the tree and some small branches jutting for now. And then from there, that's when you can add more of the branches as well. Just to kind of break it down a little bit.
And almost reaching to the moon and the top, right?
Yes, exactly. And so some people's the white outside of your moon you can go over top of those with your branches if you would like to. That's why we did that first, in case our moon was behind the tree, and then that way it looks like it's behind the tree rather than the moon being on top. Mine is has quite a few less branches than this one, but just because of the size of our canvas. So feel free to add as many or as few branches as you would like to.
Hmm.
That looks great, Andy. Well, it looks wonderful. So those of you who are done your tree, you can start adding your small trees in the back too. I'll wait for that step though. So don't rush, those of you who are still working on your tree.
But those other trees aren't black, are they? They're white?
So there was, in this one, there was 3 black ones and 2 white ones. I'll probably just do 2 of each because of the space that I have here. So it goes like black, white, black, white. I can show you the example.
Thank you.
So on this one, there's 5 miniature trees in the background.
Okay.
Mine will have 4 just because of the space that I have here.
Which should we paint first, the black ones and then the white on top of it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter either or. I'm going to be doing the black just because my brush has black on it right now. These ones go directly to the bottom, or sorry, to the top line of that white, where the white and blue meet. These trees don't go down into the white here.
But putting the white above the black should be a kind of the moment that we let it dry.
Yeah, so the branches of your smaller trees, do you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, so if your branches are going to go over top of each other, you will want the whatever the color underneath is to be dry. Yes.
Trying to channel Bob Ross right now.
Happy little trees.
Happy little trees. You always had a little tidbit for every little thing.
Exactly.
It's so cool. I could use that now.
I'll try to come up with tidbits. So my trees, again, don't have nearly as many branches just due to my brush size and
Yeah.
the space of my canvas. I will show you mine and then I will reshare this example.
I think my trees have become abstract.
Perfect. Would you guys prefer to see the example?
Sure.
I can mix it up. Show you this one and then I'll show you mine.
Well, that tree has a ton of branches. Wow.
Yeah, it really does. I believe this was a larger canvas than the ones that we are,
I would say.
or very, very small brushes.
Needles, pinpoints.
Yes, they're working with hair.
Bless you.
Okay, guys.
My son got paint all over the floor and Andy's got paint on the side of his head.
Really? We gotta see that.
You're such a cute canvas, Andy.
And then I got a trail of white paint on the side.
He's helping.
How's everyone's trees coming along?
Oh,
And Andy's head.
Where's Andy's head?
Wow, they all look so great.
I feel like I need more time for the tree.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time. And you can always go back in and paint more branches while it dries as well.
Mine looks like Japanese calligraphy.
Oh, they look great.
They're okay. Trees were never my forte for some reason.
They're tough. Oh, David, that's beautiful.
A lot of running paints. Tell me, to get lines of the branches which are finer than others and smaller things, should we be using the smallest brush we can get?
Yeah, the smaller the brush, the finer you'll be able to paint.
Yes, but then our let's say we put water on it. Should we not do that?
You can dry it off with paper towel.
Okay.
It'll just be easier, less runny.
Yeah.
You know, with half of it on me. Me and Andy would hang out well.
few more minutes for these trees. And I'll give you another 2 more minutes for the trees. And if you need more time, let me know. And then we'll go on to our next step, and our next and final step, actually.
Ooh.
Are we okay for the next step?
Mhm.
Awesome. So our next step is our snowflakes. My favorite part. So this part, we will be starting with our white. So we will be adding snowflakes, white snowflakes onto the blue background and onto the black here. And then we'll be adding black dots onto the white, because you won't be able to see white snowflakes on the white background.
Mhm.
So I will share my screen back to the image. So a helpful tip for you, Martha. I'm going to be Bob Ross. But so our paintbrushes are not perfect squares. So if you do want perfect squares for your snowflakes, use the bottom end of your brush. So not the brush
Which
end.
one, the small one or the big one?
Either or, you can actually use both if you want bigger and smaller snowflakes too.
Okay.
So I will share the image, and you can see their snowflakes are pretty perfect circles, and there are black ones on the bottom and white ones everywhere else. So feel free to fill your page or canvas with different size snowflakes, starting with your white, and then we'll add our black ones onto the bottom there.
I like this part.
It's my favorite part.
Stamp, stamp.
You can add some, I know they don't have them here, over top of your tree. So it looks like your tree is behind the snow as well. But that's up to you.
Well, thanks very much for the help and the hints, and we'll see you next time, okay?
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much. It was nice to see you, David.
Nice to see you too. Bye-bye.
And just a reminder for everybody who's participating today, make sure you send the program email pictures of your painting afterwards, because usually they post a nice collage of everybody's paint night pictures, which is always fun to see. I'm volunteering Lex to do that.
You read my mind. I
Does it look
just
too dirty?
put my email in the chat there for everyone. So if
Perfect.
you just want to take a photo whenever you have a few seconds and send them to me, that would be great. And quick question for you, Claire.
Yes,
Are those snowflakes the last instruction?
yes, they are.
Great. I can go ahead and just end the recording here, and then we can just kind of have it as an open discussion while we finish.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Claire.